Hello everyone, and welcome to Gran Turismo Sport Daily Races. Today we have the Toyota AE86, a very classic car, here at the Fuji International Speedway, the short course. Since this is about a one-make race, we should see some very close racing today. As we have the Spaniard Toti 4 in pole position, as we're waiting for the race to start here. And as they're off, all right, and these cars are front engine, rear wheel drive, and they're very fun to drive, very balanced. So we should see some interesting things as poor Toti gets punted off the track here, going around the first corner. And I don't know why this isn't going where it's supposed to be. But Tommy Naso, 1985, the Italian, is currently leading the race with VR6 Club NL in second place, with Gurn 76 in third, and Hansi here in fourth place, as the racers are trying to gain an advantage here. And this course is a pretty wide course, and when you're using cars like this, just regular cars, it can be a little tricky to try to figure out where exactly the fast lines are. But now as we're coming around this fast section to some heavy braking, everyone trying to conserve as much momentum as they can around this corner. It looks like Gurn has a good drive out. He's going to try to make the move on VR6 Club coming up the inside here. It's going to be a little tricky to try to make this pass stick because of the winding corners here. Tommy Naso still doing a good job staying ahead here as we're coming around the final corner with Gurn up the inside. Possibly he's going to make this move stick, as looks like Tommy Naso goes quite a bit wide there. As our drivers are going down the very long straight. Gurn now moving up into second place. Might try to keep VR6 Club from getting ahead of him as he goes towards the inside, trying to be a bit defensive. But then we have, who is that? The German trying to go up way the inside and just completely blows that corner. While Gurn was able to make it up into first place with VR6 Club here in second place. This corner, what in the world? Oh, that guy's helmet just threw me off. I'm gonna have to use the picture of him in the thumbnail, as Gurn is doing some drifting here. Tommy Naso with a 1 second penalty. Must have done something wrong, but VR6 Club seems to be pulling away a little bit here. Up after he gets massively destroyed by Tommy Naso. And now L Proof is coming. Oh my gosh, what is the Italian guy doing? Alright, he's just doing horrible things to these people. But it looks like the British guy L Proof is able to avoid much of the calamity, as the Russian of Creon has a 0.5 second penalty. Now with a huge penalty like this for Tommy Naso, he'll be put way behind and be penalized for his errors. Because unfortunately Gurn 76 along with VR Club have fallen all the way back to 8th and 7th as they're coming around the final corner towards the penalty line, as Tommy Naso will then be forced to serve that penalty. So looking up ahead, as Tommy Naso serving it, looks like he'll drop back to about, let me get on him here. Yeah, there he is. It's in 5th place right now, as the Spaniard goes by and VR6 Club gives him a hate tap, as they're gonna have to kind of talk to each other in a second here. Not talk, but, you know, deal with each other as Dracker goes up the inside, as some people are going very wide. This is a pretty rough race so far, but this is going well for El Proof so far. So here, this is just a short sprint race, 5 laps, so we're already just about halfway done here. So just trying to make the most of whatever position that you start in, try to avoid people doing horrible things, which unfortunately not everyone's been able to do, as we've seen here. But as we go back to the field, these have been some unfortunate slow laps due to all this contact. As if we take a look at the guy here, just go on board with him. So they're going around this corner. This is a corner that you really want to try to conserve your momentum on. Now it looks like he got on the brakes a little bit too early, as Gurn unfortunately gets a 0.5 second penalty. Well, they both do, for their dirty driving here. Now, something interesting about this car is that for some reason, once you go above, what, 50 miles an hour, then there's a little light that comes on the dashboard above 63 about. It's a little light that comes on the dashboard, and then there's a beeping sound saying that you're going too fast, which I think, in my opinion, these racing teams probably should have taken that out before they started racing here, because that would be very annoying to have to listen to. Because the field is quite spread out a bit after all that contact early on. El Proof is now coming around the first corner. It's a very, very tight corner here. Hansi has the fastest lap so far with a 2:04.4. Everyone else is having significantly slower laps, but hopefully they can kind of do better as this race goes on. Looks like Hansi had his headlights up just for a second. As Gurn with another half a second penalty. I think our angry Italian has left the match, so he just wasn't having the best of races after he screwed over these guys. So VR Club's trying to make his way back up. Since I think it was him that started in pole position, I don't actually remember. He should have the pace to make up some positions here, as he's trying to possibly go around the outside here. Actually, he does make it happen, able to stay around the outside of Cryon there. Or Creon, that's probably how it would be pronounced. As he also overtakes Drakkar. So he's on a mission here, but he's still trying to fend off the racer behind him. As it looks like Drakkar is going to try to stick to the inside here and try to block his line, as you can look in the rear view mirror of the VR6 Club coming up. But looks like he was able to get the better drive at the corner, and just holds on to that position. And as we look ahead, El Proof and Hansi are starting to close up here as we move on to the final lap. So will Hansi be able to make the move up into first place without hurting anyone's feelings? The Drakkar's looking up the inside, and it looks like he's going to have it. B6R Club does give him some space, but he takes the better line, and it looks like he's able to carry much more speed out that corner as they're coming around this next corner. If we look ahead, Hansi and El Proof are still bumper to bumper here, as our other guys, Cryon, is trying to challenge for 4th place. Creon, excuse me. With Gurn still sitting in 6th. And now Hansi with an even better lap time of a 2:03.8. 2:03.8. VR6 Club last doing a 2:04.6. If he keeps this up, he might have he might be able to get the fastest lap of this race so far. Hansy's still on the tail end of L Proof, gives him a bump. Hopefully that doesn't throw anyone off too much. He's looking for an opportunity here, but L Proof is doing a good job blocking any kind of line through, as this is a very important corner here. If Hansy can take it correctly, he might be able to take the position from L Proof on the straight here. See what he's able to do. It does look like he's got a good drive, and he is going faster than him. Oh, this is gonna come down to the wire. Let's see if he's gonna be able to make the pass here on the straight. And he does! Hansy's able to take the win by I don't know how many points of a second with VR Club. After being taken out by the other guy, is able to hold on to third place, so a good way to make up his race. Now this is going to end really shortly, so now I'd like to say thank you all for watching. This has been a very close race, a very interesting race. So this has been the Gran Turismo Sport Daily Races, and we'll see you next time.